4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
You crazy mother.
To the audience joining us in the cafe tonight, please find your seat as the show is close to beginning. And this is not the library. This is not English Class 101. This is the Nuyorican Poets Café. So I believe everyone on Zoom can hear me, correct? Check, check, check.
What? Yes.
We gotta turn the video on. Hold on.
Can't hear you now.
Now the internet can see us. This is the third installment of Hybrid, the November 2021 edition. Half of the people on the open mic are going to be performing here inside the cafe. The other half are going to be people who we were going to be calling from Zoom. They're going to be playing here on the big projector. I need everyone in the back to shut up. I am from the Bronx. I will go back there and cut you. If you were on Zoom, I'd mute you or kick you out. All right? Net Vega is from the Bronx. If I can't leave here, I'm going to sick her on you. Net Vega will be performing later as well. I will be calling her up. Oh, Mr. Scott Pleasance walked into the building. That's the dude. So, the Nuyorican Poets Café has been around for almost 50 years. When the pandemic hit, we had to go online like a lot of people, and we did our online open mics. And after doing that for a while, we started to open up the cafe again, and we started thinking, what's next? How are we gonna keep the online going? How are we gonna get the cafe going, the people in line? And this is what we decided to do, the hybrid open mic. I am very, very excited for this. We have a lot of people in the cafe. If the fire department is looking, we have less than 70 people. There's no need to come in here, and everyone is vaccinated. Okay, cool. So, real quick, I do gotta give a shout out to our assistant producer for the evening. That is Mr. Ron Mark Thompson. Can we get the camera on you, Ron? Mr. Ron, pin himself, pin. There we go. There is Ron in the back. He's being very responsible with his mask on, and he's representing the Nuyorican Poets Café. Okay, before we move any further, the bathroom is in the back, the bar is in the back, the bar is open, okay? Make sure you tip your bartender. The bartender is the most important person to the night. They are going to make your night. Let's give it up for our bartender, Steven. Give it up for him. Don't worry, Steven. I'm going to mention you later when they're drunk and they're going to make a whole lot more noise for you. You're about to become the most popular person in here. So, we'd like to thank, of course, the Nuyorican Poets Café for doing this. Thank you all for coming out to celebrate with us. I don't want to delay that much longer because we have a packed house. We have a bunch of people here. Our poets have 4 minutes. Poets on Zoom, check, check. I thought I heard feedback. Poets on Zoom, poets who are performing up here, you have 4 minutes total, all right? I have got my timer here. I have a lot of people on, a limited amount of time, so no long introductions. Do not tell me where you're gonna be featured and stuff. Just let us know where the people can find you online, and on your social media, you are going to be able to explain all of that. Everyone here, you are free to take pictures and stuff, but I do ask, because it's only polite, I do ask that if you take pictures of the poets, make sure you tag them in it. I'm gonna be asking them to give the social media where they can find, where you can find them online first, and then make sure you tag them, right? Because you know how social media is. Our exes are stalking us. They wanna know what we're doing in life. And if other people are taking pictures of our poets and other people performing, then that means that they are living such a good life, they don't have time for a selfie. Y'all know that if you ever stalked your ex online and they taking selfies, it's whatever. But if they live in life and someone else is taking a picture of them, it's like, oh man, I really missed out. I messed up, shoot, man. So, please do that. Also, for those of you, I'm seeing a lot of faces that I don't recognize, which is awesome. I love meeting new people. My name is Advocate of Wordz. I am the host and curator. So I also have my exes stalking me on social media. So if you take a picture of me, please tag me. And when you spell words, that's what is Z, because as people know, poetic license, I'm from the Bronx, hip hop, what. So with that being said, also a shout out to Loco in the back, because can we give it up for Loco? Loco is making sure that everyone has their Vax cards, and he has also done a lot of the technical work and manual work. I always appreciate recognizing those who are doing some work behind the scenes. I'd also like to give a shout out to two gentlemen who will be rocking at the December 18th hybrid open mic, but got here early and were helping with the setup, and that is Ray Camacho and Rose. Give it up for them. The Koki poet. With that being said, we have a bunch of people on the open mic list and we want to get to them in a timely manner. And we are starting it off with a gentleman who is awesome, and he is in the UK right now. And it's like past midnight. We appreciate them. Mr. Ron Mark Thompson, can we get Lantern Carrier up here? Yes. Is he unmuted? Now let's make sure he's unmuted. Lantern, talk to us like that we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Brother, we hear you. Let the people know real quick where they can find you online and then rock out. Oh, this dude's awesome. Let's get it.
Okay. Her story. She was a charming, immaculate, and innocent flower, an illustrious star in motion, always seeking to gain momentum, to spread her aroma like jasmines to the breeze. Some say that Nefertiti was a Nubian queen of unparalleled elegance, graceful and bewitchingly beautiful. They said that when she walked, the earth rejoiced in her motion, goddess Athena beating enchanting symphonies on a golden drum in Mount Olympus. Not so this Rose, for although she was charismatic, her main strength lay in her sacrifice and in her virtue which manifested much more in her later life, one which made the moon walk on her heart for many a time with its luster, stars igniting her soul with their luminous rays. For now, she's young and fresh, as we would say on a fabulous Isle of Spice, not as the dawn, the dewdrop of falling snow, but delicate, yet bold, questioning and curious, yet reticent and still unsullied, even in her desire to taste the forbidden fruits of Eden. They flirted often, but although she felt bashful and happy, she was only fascinated by dreams, not quite ready when he came knocking on the doors of her inner sanctum, and heightened by emotions she couldn't or was unable to control, reluctantly assented at just 16. This act of naivete satiated two hungry longings in a flash, triggering not only the seeds of new growth, but a path carved out on the wheels of samsara that would not reverse, but kept on spinning throughout her lifetime. She, forced to learn quite quickly how to dance in this spin in order to sustain living. Bringing up a child is rewarding, but no joke, especially when your father shows you the door and auntie, who appears to be giving you some guidance and support, uses you as a servant for her children's chores, and you, an empress of integrity, branches out alone into an uncertain future. The man was not around, and so she navigated like a boatman into La Ciudad, the city, where she learned the lessons of struggle, of how to make scars invisible, to massage deep inner wounds, even as they bled, because it was more significant to put food on the table for her 7 wonderful children. What daunting courage, what fortitude and concern. A loving mother, she fast became an adept on how to nurture us, allowing us to grow into our dreams, to love quite seamlessly. her concern and service were unconquerable. She quickly learned to bend with humility like a tree, offering the fruits of her labor to all. This she achieved, learning from a majestic mountain the way to feed one with dignity, yet kept your head high. Alone in her aloneness, she still did not drown in a pool of maladies around her, for she knew instinctively that she'd never sink as long as she allowed the voice of the inner physician to enter. She prayed ceaselessly. Beloved Mom, you're my light, a cool zephyr of solace on these boisterous waves of life's seafaring, guiding my uncertain vessel with love itself, taking me into the lighthouse of tomorrow's sunrise so that I could find my way home. Je t'aime, yo te quiero, hoy más que ayer, pero no tanto como mañana, nakupenda sana, me do papa. Ay, Lantern Carrier, thank you.
Let's make some noise for Lantern Carrier.
I wrote this especially for you tonight.
Lantern, I appreciate you staying up late in the UK. It's 5 hours ahead. It's like 12:30 right now. Thank you, brother. Lantern Carrier. He is starting to become a mainstay here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic. And for those of you who know, we have also been working on another open mic series called Two Venues, One Mic, where we have been working with venues all across the world. One of the poets who we're going to be hearing from today is a co-producer of that. And one of the organizations we're going to be working with out in London, I know Lantern Carrier is very familiar with, so who knows, we may get him to rock out. Also, I forgot to tell y'all the list. I know people online are asking for who's up, who's next. So here we go. We're going starting out with three people online. Lantern Carrier, number one. Marissa Prada is next. Then the Urban Cowboy Poet. Then we're going live, and we are going to start with Christian. He's going to come up, kick it off live for us. Then we're going with Deadpan Lizzie, who's got a collab with someone, but we're gonna let her bring that person up. We're gonna let her mention it, the Beanie God. And then, oh, my phone turned off. What are you doing to me, phone? Everyone's watching me. Okay, and then we're going with Scott Pleasance right after that. Mr. Scott Pleasance in the building, my man. Then we're going with Tabitha Online, who's from the Bronx, propaganda poet, and Vale Larkin. Let's give it up for them three. Then we're coming back to the cafe with Tanish Kaur. Honey Lung is here. Paul con Queso, the Honey Trap. And then Holly Googe, who's going to be rocking here for the hybrid for the first time as his Tanish. We're going back online. We're going to have them Paul Skiff, Noelia Cerna, and Elemental. And then we're coming back to the cafe. We're going to have, oh, I think I messed someone up here because I skipped Mariella. Mariella Salazar, I'm having you go earlier, I'm sorry. She's also an executive producer with Two Venues, One Mic. She's usually in London, but she's visiting us for the weekend. So, we are going to end with Midnight, Net Vega, and Iris Morales. Oh, I'm so dying to hear him. So, also Net Vega, if you see in the back, we got some food set up. I know that was Paul con Queso and Net Vega. They have set that up. I know a bunch of, and Abraham Cardona, they helped set that up, but I know other people also brought food and all that. We're gonna be talking about that later. Ron, let's get Marissa Prada unmuted right now so that we can hear her. Let's see where...
Let's go, New York! What's up? Woo!
Before you begin, Marissa, hold on. I just want to let y'all know there are no kids in the building, right? Okay.
There better not be.
That this woman is going to get nasty with her poetry. So, Marissa, real quick, let the people know where they can find you online and then get into your poetry.
Marissa Prada, Facebook, Prada Painting and Poetry on Instagram. Also, the word is right. And my press is Red or Green Books. Our women's erotic anthology came in, y'all. All right, let's go. Y'all want some erotica tonight? I got some new shit for you. I just wrote this very early this morning. Here we go. It's titled, To the Sexy Dad at After School Pickup. It's 2 a.m. and I can't stop thinking about the stash in your pants, so thank you for wearing those snug ass sweatpants every day. Rain, snow, or shine, I find my eyes have a mind of their own. Dirty fucking whores. Leave something to my imagination, let's be straight. Even if it's curved, they're dancing without a partner. Those merengue swaying salsa balls. I want a jockey or jock. Buck eyes try and buck me off. Let's be clear here. I can't help but look down there. It's right in my face, right or wrong. I want it in my mouth. Sunglasses help. Like I'm sitting at the final table of the World Series of penis poking out the sweatpants poker. Poke me, frisk me with your frisky Frankfurter. Give me something I can sink my teeth into. Seeing is believing. It's sweatpants day every day at the pickup zone. This should be a national holiday. Balls rolled up in one glorious delicatessen. I want to just pull them down. Let them breathe. Breathe you in. Easy access. Backdoor, storefront, sidewalk, window shop. And you have no idea I'm looking. What I'm thinking, tongue in this poem. Sweaty balls, snowballs. Springtime is back. Doing jumping jacks, snack attack. Free ballin', they swing, they bounce, they pulsate, I pounce pussy style. One life left, but it's my best one. Invest for success, suck power of being able to handle whatever is under there. Powerball, lotto lover, dads are hot. He may be an MMA fighter, so he could take a hit. My clit, she's a whole bitch. She'll take down those pants, go down on that jiggle jungle, juicy fruit bratwurst. What's the worst that can happen? This burqueña knows how to handle some chorizo. Oh no, pigs in a blanket. How about your dick in my pussy? Kielbasa, kill the dick. What you got? Game day little smokies or really offensive sausage? Gonna make me choke on that dick and undo those pants and let's get to it. Put it on a plate. Serve me your charcuterie cutie in a casing. I want to inhale your smorgasbord of meat. Bratwurst, Weiswurst, liverwurst, knockwurst, metwurst, gelbwurst, T-wurst. What's the worst that can happen? Slurp your salami, swing and sausage, one-eyed smile, slap me in the face. My ass, pulse that pepperoni on my pussy till I squirt. Mortadella, mortality rate still, death is a rarity. Linguiça, lips, lap, languish, let long on your long hardness. Italian sausage meets Prada wears you like you wear those fucking fuck me sweatpants. I want to make them wet. Your dick bobs like a buoy and Easter egg is on. Call the hounds. I smell you out. Nasty nose to the grindstone. Let's grind it all night long. Poppy, bend me over the hood of my own car. All the other moms walk by like, damn, I wish I got me some dick too. Fucking me quiet. Let's rock the shit out of this car. Break the windows. Ass banging dents in the door. Pump into me up on the side view mirror. Almost like we kissing, but we fucking. Fingers freestyling. Words on my clit. Come feels cold down my inner thigh. I bite your lip as moms walk by. They're gonna line up in a new line from now on. Maybe even some dads too. Yes, you deserve to get fucked just like this too. You got what I need. You got the meats. One mom turns around and asks, can I tag in for you? Hell yes. Tag teamwork makes the dream work. Watching those Oompa Loompas bounce, I grind my ass into the car door. Bite my lip. Squeeze together my thighs. Tip my sunglasses down my nose. All I can do is muster. Hi, as you walk by. Thank you.
Marissa Prada. Make sure you check her out, Marissa Prada. Check out the Word is Right, Red or Green Books. I warned y'all. I just want to let y'all know that I warned you about her, all right? I warned you. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Marissa. Let's keep it moving. We have a whole night ahead of us, folks. Don't get too ahead of yourselves. All right, next coming up is a mainstay of the Monday Night Online Open Mic. He gives us the legends. Ron Mark Thompson, can we get Urban? Oh, he's already there. Let's give it up for the Urban Cowboy Poets.
Hi there. Marissa, I feel left out. I'm a Kobasi from Slovakia, but you can find my Urban Legends Cowboy Style on Urban Cowboy Poetry on YouTube, Facebook. This here legend is Let's Get Mikey. A cereal company put three brothers on the TV screen and launched a tragic chain of events no one could foresee. All started with a commercial. You try it. I don't want to try it. Let's get Mikey. He likes it. Hey, Mikey. That's how John and Jeremy happened to discover they could test all kinds of scary foods on their little brother. They devised a wicked plan, these mischievous little elves. They'd try on Mikey all the stuff grown-ups keep for themselves. Most things Mikey didn't like. Cereal might be a fluke. He couldn't stand the taste of beer. Daddy's cigar made him puke. They fed him coffee, caviar, foie gras, rum, and stinky cheese. Only Mom's imported chocolate truffles seemed to please. So Sweet Tooth was Mikey's thing. He'd rejected a dill pickle, but he enjoyed sweet sparkling wine in the way its bubbles tickle. So the boys revised their test. They'd get him to drink or eat brandied fruit or creme de menthe, anything that's sweet. They'd hooked him on sweet cereal, but for them that weren't enough. One day they introduced him to the harder stuff. Rock hard candy, the carbonated kind, the stuff that blows your stomach instead of your mind. He popped those pop rocks in his mouth, and they popped him back. Pretty soon his entire hand had sustained a fizz attack. Mikey loved this new sensation. He was overcome with joy. His bros had found the perfect drug to hook this little boy. They'd heard a rumor about pop rocks, one they had to try. Just like little Mikey, they were on a sugar high. Mikey, you know that you can trust us because we're older. Pop rocks get a lot more fun when you drink a can of soda. The more you eat, more fun you'll have, they told their little brother. He had half a dozen bags of one, drank a six-pack of the other. He hiccuped fast. His eyeballs rolled. He was bouncing around the room. He rumbled like a volcano. Then his tummy went kaboom! Their prank, much to their horror, had done a bang-up job. What used to be Mikey was now a pink and coal-colored blob. John and Jeremy started to cry. They were in a lot of trouble. They had caused poor little Mikey to overdose on bubbles. They missed their little brother. Well, what were they to do? They couldn't tell their parents he'd OD'd on CO2. They improvised a story, the first one that was handy. Mikey had gotten in a car with a man who gave him candy. The boys must live their whole lives with the consequence of their scheme. Each night a bubbling, fizzing little Mikey haunts their dreams. Pop, pop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a nightmare it is. The whole family rues the day when they thought they'd try showbiz. Thank you.
The Urban Cowboy Poet. Make sure you go look him up on YouTube. You want to hear more of him, Urban Cowboy Poetry. Thank you, Mr. Urban Cowboy Poet, always giving us the legends. All right, we are now going to switch gears and we're going to get some live poets up here. First, coming to the microphone, representing here also, everyone here in the cafe, I forgot to tell you, please turn your phone off or put it on pleasure mode. Oh, a bunch of you caught it. A bunch of you understood what I meant by pleasure mode. Shout out to Marissa Prada for getting the crowd ready for that joke. I appreciate that. First, coming to the microphone, representing the Poets in-house. Please give it up for Christian. Clap as he comes to the mic.
y'all are. Thank you, Advocate. So first, I want to start by saying I dedicate this first performance, my first performance here live, to my grandparents, my grandfather and grandmother, Joey and Linda Moran. This first piece is called "What Have I Learned About Love." What have I learned about love? Well, for starters, it's a messy drug, and there's all kinds of forms of it. Friends, family, pets. But the one we most commonly find ourselves addicted to is romance. And why is that? Could it simply be our nature, or perhaps nurture, or both? Does our unconditional connection to other human beings wish that we simultaneously share this experience of life together? Or are we just doing what mommy and daddy did? What our uncles and aunts taught us? Are we replicating what they had, or chasing a dream that we lack? Were they the perfect example of an idea, or just the blueprint on heartache? Are we fantasizing about fulfilling a fairy tale, or merely trying to fill a void that was never quite occupied by an absent mother or neglectful father? Or maybe it has nothing to do with it at all. Maybe it's the thrill of it, the ups and downs of emotions, the opening of hearts, the slamming of doors, the melding of minds, the roller coaster of adventure. Oh! And don't even get me started on, that spot behind his ear, that tickle on her neck, the taste of his lips, the warmth of her breath, skin to skin, soul to soul, passionate, naked, completely whole. Oh, how electrifying to see such sparks flying, to feel two worlds colliding as the universe makes space. For a moment so timeless, a life so vibrant, a love so pure, it's almost impossible to distinguish reality. So you realize it's the source of reality. Our existence. The reason you and I are here, why we pick up a glass and cheer, why we clap and dance and forget our fears and just be. But hey, who am I to tell you what it is? Nothing more than a single perspective. So, I dare you. Go out and try it for yourself. Find as much of it as you can and soak it up however you need to. With a partner, a companion, or on your own. But most of all, please go out and embrace it. Fight with it, lose it, then find it again, because through all that joy, abundance, and turmoil, I'm still asking myself, what have I learned about love? Thank you very much. You can find, I got one more quick one. I go by the curly-headed, 1 minute, no, you know what? We'll end it on that. But I am in a rebranding phase. I go by curly-headed Ninny on Instagram, all that stuff, and I'm looking to launch this sweater right here, and I need to know how many I need to get. So see me afterwards if y'all would like to purchase some. So thank you. My name is Christian Moran.
I love the hair and the beard. It's like a modern day sexy Jesus. One more time, give it up for Christian. I also want to make sure I encourage everyone in the cafe tonight. We have a lot of different people here tonight. Do yourselves a favor, especially now we're starting to try, like coming out of lockdown. Make sure tonight you meet at least one new person tonight. All right, just at least one. All right, that's it. That's it. With that being, no, I don't count. Meeting me. I mean, you could come meet me. I want to meet everyone, but I can't count as that one new person. With that being said, also want to let poets know who are in the cafe. When you've got 10 minutes left, I'm going to slowly walk up to the stage to let you know they got about 10 seconds left. With that being said, let us now go to the Beanie God. Deadpan Lizzie. Give it up for Lizzie Elizabeth Strauss, y'all.
I'm doing a collab tonight, one of my favorite humans, favorite poets in the entire world. Please welcome to the stage my brother, Mr. Paul Conquista.
So we're gonna set this off right, Noya. How are we doing tonight? Thank you. Okay, so you can follow me at Paul Conquista. This is called Just Like Honey. So an advocate gives you a moniker. You best believe that shit will stick, just like Deadest of Pans, Beanie Gods, or Con Karaoke Queso, Conductors of Storm, Honey Trappers. We transparent, squeeze bare bottles aren't sad sacks of nectar on some Eeyore shit. We really more Winnie the Pooh showing up bottomless, digging paw in the pit of that jar. See, we saccharine when we sappin'. At least our passion, like a maple tree tap. We honey traps prefer DoorDash. We kneel and purse lips in worship of that empress before we eat out raw manuka, reaching palate of parched throats. We soothe your sword like lozenges, bring candy to your eye and fill sight with a dash of dashing salt bang, our own sazon. I know Yo Gotti said, it goes down in the DM. Yet we do nothing but show up as ourselves and somehow get Noah flooded with compliments post-diluvian. Two of every kind coupled up, cuffing seasoned customers. These accidental punji pits of thirstiness aren't here to injure or ensnare shit. They're just placed here naturally. And when you've had your heart chopped and fricasseed, if we have, you stay mindful of your energy. Place great emphasis on consent and other necessities. We may be trappers like fly relief, sticky ribbon tape hung from porch on a summer's day, but don't swarm us, please. We be trapped, but we also free.
Assume automatic consent, nor hate on us for ignoring if we choose to explore the other rivers that flow, like honey. Without biology, there can never be chemistry. The hypothesis either proves correct or may need further investigation. Will you let these private honey eyes in on the evidence?
Evidence taking up residence in our tongues until we fill you, till our heart's content. Gut you when we free you, free from reality, from convention, from basic ticker tape parades of Sahara dry arrangements like foot set loose from bear trap grip of entanglements in estranged lips. We no longer settle for second best. The love we accept needs to be effortless, and I found mine in Medusa's sight. Ironically, I've been freed like we free you from dehydration. We too unctuous, smooth, unknowingly sweet.
Like molasses, our skin thick, no hot toddies to melt us down. We keep ourselves company in the hive on cold winter evenings. Be keeping an eye on those who give off sweet nectar, allowing the sweet honeybees to keep us warm. If we choose to cross-pollinate with you, do not leave your stinger in our hearts.
Do not stick such stinger stakes in our rib cage, please. Never cross our cardio walls and hope to die, nor pinky promise pollinate wires tripped while walking through landmine fields of grenade pin pulled breakup regret. Gave you all I had and you tossed it in the trash. You tossed it in the trash, you did. To give me all your love is all I ever ask. Cause what you don't understand is I catch a grenade for you. I throw my hand on a blade for you. You know I'd do anything for you. Oh, I would go through all this pain. Take a bullet straight through my brain. Yes, I would die for you, baby. But you won't do the same. Body's on fire. Yeah, we're hot. But too many past partners watched us go down in flames, doused our names in kerosene, went AWOL as military deserters, deserted us like souffle, runaways, deserters' revenge, awful as awful, tendons, vital organs thrown in blender, watch them spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Then they're through with you, just to prove you could whip up confectionery concoctions too.
I would walk thousands of miles of desert to be with you. Brave the cold, brutal winters as Jack Frost nips at my nose and every other bit. Sporting rosy cheeks for you to blush at, hide the hand, eczema and mittens as I hold yours from afar, as well as my heart that was thrown into a blender 5 years ago. But when I see your face,
there's not a thing that I would change.
The pieces of my heart.
Give it up for Paul from Queso and Deadpan Lizzie, y'all. I'm sorry to have to cut it. We got a limited amount of time. 4 minutes, 4 minutes. Make sure you go give Elizabeth Strauss a follow. We're going to be hearing from Paul con Queso a little bit later. Right now, I want to bring to the stage, coming out from New Jersey, representing the Bronx, Scott Pleasance. Give it up for Scott Pleasance. Make some noise.
Don't worry about it. I ain't gonna cut you, man. I'm good. We got any poets in the house? All right, cool. How do you put into words those things you cannot see? It's called a poem dedicated to you from me. This is going out to all the poets who never felt connected, the writers who never felt selected, and the creatives who never felt protected. This is going out to all of you who anxiously walked up to the front of the cafe tonight and you felt it. You know, really felt it. And when you came inside and saw this stage and the familiar faces, for the first time in a long time, you felt like you belonged. For those of you who may have tossed and turned last night thinking about being here tonight, that too is okay, because now you are in a safe space, a special place. Now you are home. You see, they say the city never sleeps. The West Side is a beast. From uptown to downtown, from the Bronx to the Lower East. They say there are a million stories in this naked city if the walls can only talk, from the large stages on Broadway to the soapboxes in the crosswalk. When you're on the other side of that door, listen closely and you can hear the echoes from the front of the stage to the back, to the ongoing poems, sonnets, and, come on, finger snaps. Rise up if you will. There is tremendous power in your words, sharing the stories of your life while celebrating your triumphs and strife. If you happen to come down on the train, well, I'm sure you can relate. It's all part of navigating through the city, a paradox that you can't escape. Share bait on your paper to state. Well, sometimes it's love versus hate. Can't wait to initiate. As we look forward and occasionally looking back, our words are resonating from place to place within a light that sometimes strobes across the globe. Poets, pandemic poets, Nuyorican poets, welcome home.
Pleasance, I am Poet33 on Instagram. Give him a follow. Real quick, I want to let you know I'm going to start to take some chairs upstairs. So for those of you in the back who are looking for space, you can head upstairs. I'm going to start to bring some stairs upstairs. But right now we are bringing to the microphone. Listen, we got to give this dude a lot of love. He's a New York Mets fan. You know, I know I heard the Yankee fans. I'm joking. I love this brother. He gives so much love. Came all the way from upstate for the first time, rocking that hybrid. Give it up for Midnight.
My mother birthed me, died before I was age 1. I have no nickname. Flick dime at homeless. Vet says, please keep your money. All I want is change. Ooh. What if you were eyewitness to history, born in the 18th century, into this tight-fit black-skin onesie, booked on a sailor ship without a Royal Caribbean affiliate, a trip that offered complimentary beatings for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, chain neck to ankle, food rationed into small portions, feces and urine for you to sleep in. Have I captured your attention? Welcome to America, land of the free. As long as you're gonna have skin like me, where grown men put on the auction block. And his wife is
pushing and breathing, and out comes a child that isn't his. That's his green-eyed son that's raised in the main house by a white woman by the name of Liz. What if you were like me, born in the 1960s, where signs on doors still read white only, and peaceful protest sparked movements, and black folks who was arrested for disturbing the peace simply because they wanted to buy something to eat. But you'd be forced to fight for country, yet the fight for equal rights in their own was still incomplete. Since many believe that we can only be good at picking up after others as sports. But could it be a possibility I can run further and faster than you because bloody Sunday dogs and fire hose were let loose? Wow. What if you took my skin, put it over your face? Could you live the life that my forefathers did? What if you was my friend Kerry, born in the year 1980, Houston, Texas? On his birth certificate, under race, it reads Negro. Houston, we have a problem. And I have a question. Would you rather live to be a black man to the age of 100 or as a Caucasian to the age of 50? Whoa. Damn. That's a good question. What if you were the parent of Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, Sandra Bland, and John Crawford? Those that murdered them were given pardon. What if all lives mattered way back when? Kunta Kinte and them. The same way they try to convince us that all lives matter today. Then again, maybe all lives do matter. But black lives are excluded. What if? What if? What if?
Midnight Poet. Make sure you give him some love. He gets no love as a Mets fan, but he gets a lot of love as a poet. Appreciate this dude coming all the way from Colorado out here, and then he was hanging out upstate. All right, let us get to our online portion. I'm going to be bringing more chairs upstairs if people need a chair, a place to seat upstairs. Oh, also, poets, please use the mic. We just heard that the people online, they could hardly hear you. So please make sure you come and use the mic so that we can make sure the people on Zoom hear you. With that being said, can we go online to the Bronx to Tabitha? Can we unmute Tabitha? There she is, Bronx in the building. Tabitha, really quick, you let the people know where they can find you online, and you got 4 minutes to rock out. Good to see you, sis.
You too, Advocate. Tab 001. I'm sorry, tab underscore 001. I always do that, my bad. Of all one soldiers. Loud noise of upstairs corners wake you, playing off the strings of your regret. Sitting in my darkness, trying to avoid me. I tiptoe around past hurts and fear of waking old wounds. Memories rip day. Every cut, every bruise resurface, and nowhere feels like everything. All the years you prayed to forget lift swords, causing your peace to riot. And suddenly, the you of yesterday appears. Sleep, rest till tomorrow, though it has not arrived yet. It is fully awakened. All the laughs that never churn wake pains. Children's needs see bottoms that don't rest. Reflections of you scream, walls steal air. Nights cover the sky in your pain, leaving visions bruised. Tomorrow feels like never. Like curbside dreams too heavy to lift, so you left them there. Who are you and where the fuck have you been? Morning waits for no one. It will arrive before your eyes can pull the strength to bear it. Take hold. Prepare for the day you dream he screams. And all I could do is hear that he's screaming at me. My mind has hurt. Call for change. And in all the tomorrows, pray to survive. We lift hands to the thoughts that invade us, taking back the corners of upstairs rooms, inside wars. Every day we wake to fight again, and peace. Thank you.
Tabitha from the Bronx. Not only do I enjoy her poetry, I enjoy that Bronx accent. I love it. It's thick. It's thick. A mainstay here at the Monday night online open mic. I appreciate you, Tabitha. Next up, we are going to a man whose behavior we like to encourage. Propaganda poet. Can we unmute propaganda poet?
What's up, New Yo?
Real quick, brother, let the people know where they can find you online. Then you got 4 minutes to rock out.
You can find me, I got CDs, books, YouTube channel, all of you can find on Linktree under Changeling Studios and IG under Changeling Studios 420. So I just, once again, as always, I am fortunate and blessed to be a part of this universe, a part of this community with you, and I cannot wait to share that stage with you in person sometime in the spring. We're going to figure that out. So, with that being said, please, this coming weekend, please take a moment to think back and remember and honor the actual true origins of this country. Tonkashila wakantaka, palamayaye, aho, mitako yasin. Ye maska wagalihuni, I am Tox White, and I have arrived in my homeland. I did not ask to be born on the white side of the tracks, to have my blood thinned pale. I did not ask to be grown in shrink-wrapped suburbs where summer camp reduced my indigenous heritage to Indian arts and crafts. I did not ask for a bleached mother, blood drained of all color, because image was more important than imagination and appearance meant more than my past. I did not ask for the honor words that a Lakota man once gifted to me, even though I did not ask for them. He said, you don't have to have red skin to have a red heart and journey the red road. Lea petokin lilawashte. Today is a good day, but not to die. You see, I cannot tell a lie. I ain't got time for that uncertain future because I'm still too busy trying to decipher my past. It would appear that manifest destiny has captured my destiny. So now I'm not even quite sure what my ancestry is, but from what I've been able to gather, the story goes a little something like this. Many, many moons ago, some random Trader Joe fell in with the Shawnees, and then apparently he just took one of their nieces because he was raging about being disrespected on what was already a good trade. But just like any other treaty being tossed out to the tribes, he failed to mention the bribes or extortion or the shape-shifting ways of terms and conditions, but he had plenty of ammunition for any retort they might have had. To make a long story short, it appears that dear old granddad went out on a binge and brought himself home an Indian girl. Now, she might not have been an official slave, but she gave and gave and gave and gave, and then eventually he planted his seeds, and somehow she found some inner solace by tending to their needs. Now, meanwhile, somewhere along the line, that family line met up with that of another tragic storyline where Mercedes may not have manufactured the ovens, but I bet you can guess who put together their cars, leaving decades of scars. So I was forced to heal, boy, heal in Hebrew school, but I remembered all the things that my family forgot. Now, this may seem like a shot, but I never did quite get the difference between a chosen people and a master race. So I choose to walk a different path, one that leads away from just passing on 2 strains of a legacy virus that just lead to one long history of genocide. Now, I may not be chosen, but I still have pride. So I will always teach the children that the colonizers lie. There are bigger pictures out there, and if we don't teach them how to see, then they'll become fragmented, missing pieces of a discarded puzzle just like me, who took 30-some-odd years to recognize that mixed blood is only skin deep, even though an ant named Adam years ago gave me these words to keep. Beneath the white, there is a red skin, suffering from centuries of taming. This is stolen land! This is stolen land! From Tierra del Fuego up into Agava Bay, the history of betrayal continues through today. The story of many crazy horse and the ghost of Anna May call like thunder from the mountains, and you can hear them say, this is stolen land. Now if you're like me, you'd like to think that we learn from our mistakes, enough to know we can't play God with others' lives at stake. It's time we all discovered the world wasn't only made for whites. So what step are you going to take to try and set things right in this stolen land? Thank you for listening. Thank you for encouraging my behavior. Thank you for letting me be a part of your universe.
Propaganda poet. Make sure you give him a follow on Facebook, Bear Wolf. let's keep this party going. Next, coming to the microphone. When we first did hybrid, all right, when we started it off, this next poet kicked it off with a video, but now, oh no, wait, this poet, they rocked. They didn't rock with a video, they rocked with their own poem. I apologize about that. Let's get Vale Larkin up here. Where is Vale? We got Vale?
Hi.
Oh, I hear Vale. I don't see Vale. Hold on, Vale. We got to put you on the big screen. There is Vale in the beautiful green hair. Oh, I love this shirt. You rock it. Vale, real quick, let the people know where they can find you. And you got 4 minutes to rock. Go ahead.
Hi. Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Vale Larkin, all one word. And I'm going to do just one, use up a little less time. Military family. Let's line them all up. The commanders, the generals, the senators and reps. Let's line up the weaponsmiths, the bomb makers and contractors, and let's line up everyone who cheers when the sky flashes and cradles their guns. Let's line them all up and tell them, keep running forward. Keep running forward with the weight of your pack, of your rifle and boots. Keep running forward with the sun on your helmet and dust in your throat. Keep running forward through bullets and rockets, grenades, mines, and bombs. Keep running, always forward, never back. While you watch people falling and screaming and bleeding, so dying seems peaceful, except when you know them, and oh, how you will know them. Ally and foe, they will all scream and bleed. They will all die the same. Keep running forward with your heart on your back, over warriors fighting for land that you stand on. And when you come home, you who do still come home, keep running forward, keep singing. Through patriots setting off rockets for fun and voting for wars that you thought you had won, through everyone missing because you were gone and the screams in the night that keep you from sleeping. Keep running forward because we won't wait. We'll take all your chances, all the peace that you've earned. We'll reduce you to glances sidelong from the ignorant, watching you twitch when the trucks go by. Watching you struggle to remember through the pain in your head, watching you suffer like that part of your service was the only thing permanent. Keep running forward. And you who still live, if any still live, can return to your posts, to your rallies and offices, and keep on as you were. Keep running forward into the fray, into the battle. All of you who still can.
Vale Larkin, make sure that you go give them a follow on Instagram, Vale Larkin, V-A-Y-L. Vale is also working on like some visuals with their poetry. Make sure that you go give them a follow, Vale Larkin. Okay, Honey Lung, you ready? You ready? Making her hybrid debut. Honey Lung, better known as Tanish Core. Give it up for Tanish.
Tanish Cantos on IG, tanishcantos.com. Estando de pie en frente de esta comunidad de poesía, tras este país morado de hipocresía, tras esta bella tierra por Dios bendecida. Por nuestros ancestros, los aves, los niños dulces y fuertes luces, verde, azules, mira. Lo que creamos mientras gritamos del suelo al cielo. The man bent over, nothing, legs also bent, hand fondling a pipe in the afternoon sun. The man curled up, crawling like a baby. In front of the corner store in the afternoon sun. This is not normal. This is not just, or a joke, or dignity at all, but greedy green Jacksons and Franklins freely printing stripped of gold backing, greens of the eyes fixed on mountain views, diamond line, pixelated palos altos, saltos, relucientes de colmillos verde amarillentos, hambrientos, sedientos, dying. Sorry, guys. For snowy kale, inhale anything green, green like white dust, psychedelic kaleidoscopes of chartreuse, anything absent, green as absence of color. Can you imagine? Green like intricate corporate cobwebs, elephant ivory towers of loosened skin. We are not flies you trap. You cannot cocoon us in your silky green thread. Humanity is dignity. You hijacked green from grass and leaves. You are loveless envy. Never were living. And after midnight from the streets below, I just call to say I love you. Blows through my closed windows and my bones know we and God will green back. Yes! Yes! The wind takes me in waves down sidewalks of the living rooms into windows we see street side survival in the eyes of hungry love. It swooshes my cigarette smoke into an S of a cloud of a fog, inching closer to the ground. As night falls on the streets and sheets like midnight linen, cover us, protect us. Our hair, flailing arms of firecrackers, spread out to rest on the underside of a kind of bedding only you can provide. Thank you so much, guys.
Tanish Kaur. I love her voice. She could just like read the phone book and I would be so intently listening. All right. We're going from the honey lung to the honey trap. Coming back to the microphone. Give it up for Paul Conqueso.
All right, y'all. So I am the honey trap, aka Paul Conqueso, aka Paul Karaoke. So are y'all ready to sing along with me? This poem needs interaction. Y'all ready to interact with this shit? Okay. I gotta put my drink down, hold on. How many of y'all are from New Jersey? That's like 10% of this room, okay. I'll deal with that. This piece is about New Jersey. It's called Garden State of Mind. So fuck you if you're not from New Jersey. I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. No beef. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, you all might sing Stars Spreading the News. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. No. Have y'all parsed the fact even old Blue Eyes Sinatra himself was born and raised right across the Hudson in Hoboken? No joking. Well, I believe we actually have a claim to as much notoriety as any borough. Our contributions to the culture be thorough. Though we not embedded in this city's DNA genome, this location Hamilton dueled and got shot and slayed in stays far more satellite. I know a lot of y'all still see us as more meme or joke than place you go on purpose. You know, the state whose bagels and pizzas are elite is NYC. Go ahead, argue with me. I dare you. The mecca of malls and boardwalks and diners where we melt cheese over gravy on top of fries and dub them disco. Where we call it Taylor ham and not pork roll. And ordered breakfast sandwiches in cadence of bacon, egg, and cheese. Salt, pepper, ketchup. No breath between. Where we can triangulate your geography by simply asking which exit you are on the parkway. On which we all speed 80 miles and above and reckless. You can't arrest us all, solidarity. The great state Harold and Kumar span from Jersey City to the Brick City to Prince Anxiety League just to buy some weed, all to reach Cherry Hill and score some White Castle. But I could have told them there was a plethora of them shits in Newark where we reject your stereotypes of violence. This is a place we can say bet in several intonations with a million meanings ranging from you good to I wish you would, where we use the word brick as weather forecasting, the state overrun with Dunkin' Donuts, and you can tell you've reached the real country when you hit Wawa. The only acceptable place to get a gas station sandwich we call hoagies, not grinders, where we agree Central Jersey is not a thing. It's either that mini metropolitan vibe of North Jersey or the beach house feels of the Jersey Shore, which needs to be known for more than Snooki, Situation, or Pauly D. See, no one here fist pumps, nor do we pump our own gas. Each time I touch down in any other locale and need to refill tank feels like it's a trap Admiral Akbar. Might act hard, but really we good fellas at casinos sing high as Jersey boy sopranos bring about these mafioso many saints of Newark. See, we have become the Joe Pesci epitome of greatness turned comic relief. Our beautiful minds insinuate you can lean on me, like clerks chasing Amy through mall rat dogma, bathing in Camp Crystal Lake on Fridays beyond the 13th. In this garden state of mine, this home of light, of Edison's bulb and phonograph, without our inventiveness, the world would be a bit less musical and so much more dim. This so-called armpit of America, garbage dump for New York scraps. We are so far beyond a 6 boroughs real redheaded stepchild. We buck wild like Redman, the cow. Tearing the roof off like Count Basie's smooth jazz. The Sugar Hill gangs, I said a hip hop, a hip to the hip and the hip hip. Rappers the later, Fetty Wap exclaiming, I want you to be mine again, baby. Eh. Wyclef Jean begging to please call 911 and Miss Lauryn Hill warned us about that thing. Where we all just want to resurrect Miss Whitney because I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. And I want to dance with somebody who loves me. Either My Chemical Romance's Black Parade when I was a young boy. My father took me into the city. Or Bon Jovi's Oh, we're halfway there. Living on a prayer. Take my hand, I swear, we'll make it. Just across the Lincoln or Holland or GWB. Come with me.
His birthday's in 2 days. Give it up for this man. When you spell queso, that's with a Q, Q-U-E-S-O. Give it up for him. All right, next coming to the microphone. Please give it up. Oh, gotta get that drink. Make sure you see the bartender. Give it up for Steve, our bartender. Clap for him. He gonna make the night beautiful. I still got room upstairs in case you guys feel like you're too cramped in. So, when we go back online, we're not going online, but it's gonna be Paul Skiff. Just want to let him know. But first, coming up, you ready? Making her hybrid debut. I'm so happy to have this woman. We did this Wild Poets with the Wild Project, and someone came by bumping music, and she started like freaking her poem to it and dancing. It was great. I was like, we need to get you on the stage. I'm so happy we have her. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the microphone, Holly Gooch.
this out because I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. So this is called Dear Narcissist, Fearful Avoidant. Wait, airplane mode. All right, boom. Forgiveness, acceptance, move onward. Really love from a distance. Rise up like a phoenix and fly. I really want it to be that simple. But simplicity seems impossible when both parties are hurt. Pride is prevalent and silence was birthed. For the sake of this rhyme, I don't really have the time to outline all of the reasons why anxiety and avoidance cannot coexist and thrive. There needs to be healing and deliverance for me, myself, and I from idolizing traumas, love, and its standards by and by. We are not superheroes. Matter of fact, I'd rather be the villain. Poison ivy seduction, kiss you, you die. For you to be reborn and nurtured until you morph in time, grow into that megazord, spread your wings and fly. Crimson, our hearts bleed. Love is not abusive, nor is it manipulative and mean. Clearly we lack the tools and wholeness to breed love together. Purgatory hell is frozen, so officially the show is over. And traumatized from this toxic emotional roller coaster, I vowed I would not stay. I promised myself never again would I lose myself or give my power away. And despite all the unanswered questions, I'll leave them alone and I'll take the lessons. No longer need reasons, no closure, what's that, to gain. Instead, I'd rather release all of this pain, celebrating the death of us, since frequently we often did combust. So I will remain silent, no need to get violent, no need to exchange revelations when there's nothing to be saved. No more tears pouring out from my eyes, even this poem won't really cry. I've mourned the parts of us that died, but rejoice in me finding my voice. This breakdown brought forth the resurrection of me, traces gone of the old me, and despite the cries that you turned a deaf ear and a blind eye, I still rise. I will not lose me again or settle for breadcrumbs from a table with broken legs. So if losing you helps me to live, then I would rather never be friends. The end. You can find me on everything. Holly Gooch, Holly like Hollywood, Gooch like Google, but no L's. Bill Gates, I'm coming for you, you know. All right, thank you.
Holly Gooch. I've been dying to get her to rock at Hybrid. I'm definitely gonna get her to rock for 2 venues, 1 mic. One more time, give it up for Holly Gooch. All right, when we do the Monday night online open mic, when this person comes up, we like to say, all right, we're leaving the open mic and we're heading into the skiff verse. He is an OG from the Nuyorican Poets Café. As we move into the next generation of open mics, it is really important for me that those who were here way before me and helped build the Nuyorican Poets Café are appreciative of what we're doing, are accepting of it. And this OG is not only all of that, but he is adding his own flavor to it, and that is Paul Skiff. Let's give it up for Paul Skiff, Nuyo.
Hey, yo.
Paul, let them know where they can find you online, and then rock out, brother.
Just Skiffgram on the IG. Hey, Loco, how many counterfeit Vax cards you seen tonight? Just kidding. Because to death we all taste the same. If I am not an open mouth, there would be no place. Uncertainty cancels inevitable, maybe. In every no place I happen in multiples of perhaps that propose fractured logic as home, a planet of emotional eating with gravity made from reluctant swallows. The attention span curfew took away from mathematics' ability to describe corners, so distraction and direction could no longer veer, could no longer change or be an equivocation. Deciding to go somewhere, a reverse pincushion that takes the point out of relevance, vasectomy, simple need, simple need. Dreams a world whose mouth is masochist. Basic necessity hides up the street in an ultrasound of waiting too long. Certain acts do not result from deciding. Certain acts do not result from deciding. The pharmacy trip strategy to dodge a voracious microbe is like an interior rap where rhymes are not sounds made by the mouth, but interchanges of ideas whose flow, ideas whose flow is plunged into by what the heck? Scared as the long way down, scared as the personal tornado worry. Scared as the arm that sweeps whole shelves full of goods into a garbage bag and runs out of the store on a person who jumps the brink on consequence to get to surviving. Jump the brink on consequence to get to surviving.
Paul Skiff at paulskiff.com. Skiffgram, a legend. We are down to our last 7 or 6 poets, but before we begin, I wanted to show the people at home what is going on here at the cafe. So Ron, I'm ready when you're ready to show it. Let me know when we got it up there. Let's put on all the lights first. We got a packed house tonight. All right, Ron, let's get back to the poetry. I wanted to really quick, let me leave the meeting here. I really wanted to show the people at Zoom and watching the live stream what is going on, who's rocking out here. Oh, it's awesome. Okay, no, I don't want to update Zoom on my phone right now. Okay, great. Turning that off, I go to that. Next, coming up to the microphone. So listen. There is this spot out in Oakland. They also run, they have their own like press and they do their own online stuff called Nomadic Press. Shout out to Nomadic Press. And one of their all-stars has come and hung out with us. A few of them have, including this one. And here's the great thing too about this before we get to her. I teach out in Brooklyn, and I do it through this place called Hook Arts Media. And I was coming in to the classroom to, do my thing, and I'm walking in, and the teacher is playing one of the poems from the Monday night online open mic and they were playing this poet's poem. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for Noelia Serna! Noelia, let the people know where they can find you online, and you got 4 minutes to rock. Awesome to see you, sis.
Thank you so much, Advocate. I'm happy to be here. Noelia, you can find me at nevertheless Noelia _Noelia on Instagram. When my white female colleague calls me angry during a DEIA work meeting on Zoom, all I can think about is the plane ride. My hand grasping the hand of my father as the plane soars above the clouds. I am 7 and wearing a bow in my hair, the kind that's big and colorful, the kind you can't miss. The one my mother carefully weaved into my braid under his breath. My father hums Nino Bravo's song, America. The one that translated says that when God thought of Eden, he thought of America. I think about my mother, those early days trying to teach my father English, trying to explain to him all of the rules that don't make sense, how his tongue sounded heavy against the politeness of the language he tried so hard to cradle in his mouth. I remember how elementary school was the last time my throat ever held my accent, how people at church would tease him because his 3 sounded like tree. Maybe that's why I notice how whiteness barks. I think about that day we went back to visit Nicaragua, how I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror inside of a shoe vendor's tent as we walked through the open air market. The day I was wearing that skirt and the bright red off the shoulder blouse with the flower embroidery and the zipper up the back, my curly hair braided down one shoulder, how I started to cry because while I looked like a local in the mirror, I had never felt like more of a stranger to my own reflection, and I couldn't remember the last time I had ever lied to a mirror before. I think about my mother's recipes, the ones she tried to teach me during the years when all I cared about was fitting into whiteness, how I never learned a single one, how I envy the Latina girls that know our dances, how I envy the Latinos with their own inside jokes that they tell themselves in Spanish, only because I never knew it was okay to rebel, because I never knew it was okay to cling to the remnants of my culture, how I haven't been back home in over a decade, how I have a degree in English and still have cashiers at Walmart ask me questions slowly and loudly. I think about the ways I have made my brown body small, how whiteness requires you to fold to the point of breaking and then faults you for the shattered pieces, how the last white boy told me every day that I was intimidating, how I learned to fold softness into my words, to look at the ground when I spoke, to hold my arms close to my body, to breathe before opening my mouth. How there are people in this world that I have never felt safe enough to be angry with, how my anger requires a level of trust, a level of security clearance that most people are not given, how my anger is a privilege most people will never have, how I actually cry when I'm angry, how the volume of my voice that they are hearing during this work meeting is my attempt to drown out the terror of being too brown, clawing at my throat, how I wonder if there will ever be a place soft enough for me to just exist, how I wonder where the girl in the mirror is now, if I lost her for good, if it's too late to call her back, if she's still wearing those bright colors, if she still braids her hair, if her 3 still sounds like tree, if she's keeping our accents safe. Thank you.
Noelia Serna. Make sure you give her a follow. Ron, I'm afraid of the dark. Thank you, Ron, thank you. One more time, give it up for Noelia Serna, y'all. She's a beast of a writer. I love it, I love it. We are down to our last 4 poets of the evening. Before we do that, just want to let you know, we're going to hang out a little bit afterwards. So if you want to hang out with us, you want to talk to the poets, you want to make sure that you meet at least one new person tonight, make sure that you do so. Also, one more time, let us give it up for the person who is helping us with the technical stuff and our bartender. Give it up for Steven in the back over at the bar. Just want to let you know he is not a New York Mets fan, right? You're not? Oh, okay. I just want to let you know. All right. I got to do that because I love Midnight, my boy. And he just bought me some type of New York Mets paraphernalia as a gift. So I don't know. Maybe we'll burn something later. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm joking. I'm not going to do that. He spent his hard-earned money. I'm going to make that thing last to make jokes. Okay, also I want to give it up one more time for our producer, Ron Mark Thompson in the DJ booth. I want to let you know that Ron is our hero. I'm back there and I'm like, we need this, Ron, we need that. Ron has grown 2 extra limbs just to get the work done. I appreciate you very much, Ron. And I also want to give it up one more time for Loco, who's making sure that everyone's vaccinated, bringing in their cards. Give it up for Loco in the back. I don't think y'all understand. This man is saving the Nuyorican Poets Café from a $5,000 fine, because that is how much New York City is going to fine us if even one of you is not vaccinated. So, if you're unvaccinated and like Paul Skiff said, you had a fake card, do not say anything to her off the broadcast. I'm only joking, New York City. I'm only joking. All right, so we got one last person who's going to be joining us through online. He is coming from the West Coast. Please put your hands together for Elemental! And before, Elemental, wait, don't say nothing, Elemental. Before he goes, I want to let you know that Paul, please, thank you. I'm trying to give him love. I know you do, but you're stopping him from getting love right now.
My dude right there, man, that's my dude.
I want to let you know that if all goes well, right, when we do our 2 venues, 1 mic in January, Elemental will be here in the building. So, I'm excited for it. Elemental, let the people know how they can follow you, and you got 3 minutes to rock out, brother.
For sure, let's get it. Elemental.com, Poetry Global Network. Look, Storm Gods in the building, Men Who Heal, Sound from the Underground, Poison Clan rocks the world. Check it out. This is called Broken English. In the beginning, there was a word, and that word was that day, and that day made sense in the light of life unfolding on horizons of fire and desire to be more than clones of what made poems worth writing, enlightening the darkest corner of cowards with English accents. Forgive me, I'm that disrespectful. Make sure you speak with proper conviction when pronouncing the Queen's mandate upon ink splashing on pages to keep records of assimilation in pristine condition. Comprehension is not a requisite for cooperation in this matrix. Smoking blue dreams of never hearing conquered dialects in public spaces where racists manage flesh markets for highest bidders with pockets deep as slave ship cargo holds. What's on your auction block? Holding every ounce of culture I can still conjure before demon turned devious devil cut tongue, shackled teeth into speak in verse of basic instructions before leaving earth, which roughly translates to work and obey and work and obey and work and obey your earthly masters, selling illusions of freedom through struggle, abused muscles connected to bloody promises of destruction for failure to comply to original design. Because God said, Lord knows God said, speaketh the 9 masters, shallow gasp for life beyond drunken verbiage of slanderous slang in the name of, for the glory to all things king and queen and president beyond nightmare concepts of equality, made nationalism alchemy, past blasphemy, forced to swallow God complex, crunchy bits of bone and sinew between counterfeit attempts to sound inclusive of future exclusive neighborhoods of the lightest variety. Do you hear English anywhere in my throat? Can you even understand this black perversion of a bastardized language made me invisible man, Ralph Ellison, descendant of ferocious Harlem hellfighters, black and loud as buffalo soldiers on warpath to revolution? What you think I'm here for? August Wilson piano lesson in the Key of Stevie for Blind Eyes with Deaf Ears to Quincy Jones, vanilla adaptations of storytelling with 90-degree perspectives. Of course I speak broken English. My connection was never secure. Tongue never meant to bend in vile ways. Chewing sewage of Supreme Court decision, roll and wade in the water. Black, brown, red, and yellow versus Board of Education behind the gallows of hangman's proof. Their resolve dissolves in peace talks. For they speak chalk outlines fluently, full metal jackets in every weather, crafters of genocide compromise to tip the balance of power in their direction for their protection against fearless voices that will never, ever bow to their petty supremacy. Peace.
You can find Elemental online, elemental.com. When you spell elemental, you take the T out and you put the 2 in, elemental.com. One more time, Nuyo, can we give it up for all of our poets who participated via Zoom? So, part of also what we're doing here, right? Because I mentioned the pandemic, right? Part of also what we're doing here is like we're trying to push what we can do with open mics and the technology, because now everyone has, well, I don't want to say everyone, but a lot of people have moved online during the pandemic, and now a lot of people have learned how to do the streaming and to be part of all these video conferences and everything. So this is why we're doing hybrid. Next one is December 18th. I hope you come out. Now, also the rule is too, because we have a lot of people who are interested in this. Those of you who are in the New York and you are interested in being in our hybrid open mic in person, let me know afterwards, because it is, all of it is a curated open mic, meaning you let me know you want to sign up. If I got space, I will put you on. And the way this community is working is we want to give the stage to those who are supporting. So those of you who didn't perform today, who came in the audience and you want to rock out, December 18th is our next open mic. And if there are 9 of you in here who want to rock out, I'm going to put you on the list. If there's more than 9, we'll take the first 9 who sign up, and then we're going to add you to our January 15th hybrid open mic. But what I wanted to say is, one of the next things we did after hybrid, this brilliant woman spoke to me and she said, you know what? I know this place in London and I think you should do a hybrid with them. And what happened was we started speaking and it started to expand, and we're like, you know what? We should do more than just that. We should start a series like that, where it's like we take the cafe on tour and we're able to put ourselves in different places. Last Sunday, just 6 days ago, we did it with Paris. We had the Nuyorican Poets Café and Spoken Word Paris. And this woman was out there traversing Europe, and she let me know about it, okay? And on November 24th, it is going to become official. She's going to the bar. She's going to become an official barrister in London, which is a lawyer for all of us who don't know that. I didn't know before. And she's out here. She's going to be hanging out with her family, is in the building as well. Listen, family and friends. Y'all better be loud when she comes up here, okay? You better be loud because she's nervous, all right? She's nervous. So make sure that you're really, really loud. So without further ado, coming all the way from London, also representing the Philippines and France, please give it up for Mariela Salazar!
It has been a really tough pandemic, but it's so great to be back in New York. And to finally meet everyone who I've been hanging out with for the last year and a half. To see friends and family, Georgia, who I kicked out of London before the pandemic. Sorry, hi Georgia. Alright, so I decided to write this poem about family, and specifically about my cousins who are here right now, They came all the way from Jersey, and I actually didn't bring them any presents. I forgot to bring them presents from London, so this poem is my present to them, so I'm sorry you guys got shortchanged a bit. Here we go. I was born under the watchful eye of hungover lanterns and leftover Christmas lights that refused to let the party die, so they invited more guests, made sure everyone was fed, and no branch of this family tree was left because a tree is only as strong as its parts. So we grew paper from its roots and turned them into card games and placed our bets in an antique chest that kept ancient secrets that drew us old children past around spoons, and I watched in ignorance, thinking we all bore the same fruit. We posed for portraits to freeze a moment into eternity, but eternity resided in a winged hourglass whose contents escaped me, because when you're escaping time at a party, time escapes you, you miss your cue, you leave. While you sip on Bloody Marys, trying to remember how you got here. How I got here was through a happy youth, but only because my eyes awoke to this world later than all of you, and I bat my eyes, adjusted to the light, slowly, one by one, my eternal Christmas to not bear spring. Leaves fell as gradually and quietly as an autumn season, and the people I love slept in and out from my life, and sometimes pain cannot be healed. Sometimes it can be transplanted by moments that grow out of me each time I'm alone, and I hold these memories as close as I hold my heart, which isn't that close because I am an open book which I constantly reread, for in these pages I am dancing like Lola who partied through the night, and I am laughing with Lolo, he's whistling away my plight. Last year, Rafi and I realized we shared his laugh during a game of Call of Duty. We roped Steven to a playoff, reminiscing on when we would sing songs and no time had gone, wishing I had worn myself back to those days when I was blowing bubbles, hoping enough waves would send me surfing in Shargao with Mike. I wanted his wakeboard and I put up a fight, or at least drew as much attention as that time I was Rowan's wingman, who had just been armed by a TI-84 from Leanne, when what I really dreamed of was to be part of the grown-ups' plans. I don't think you guys understand. Youngest me was your biggest fan, and I wanted to be in Greenbelt with Marco and Tina until 7 years later I had seen what all that ancestral power vested in me could bring when it carried Chug home from Republic at 5 a.m. But I'm 10 again, playing rock band off key, raising with Steven and Erica to rage against the machine, scaring Hans into driving a 12-seater through Chicago streets, pretending to be vegan so I could look cool to Nishi. Thank the gods Alan came along so Hans wasn't stuck with me, and grateful for drunk shopping with Gemma at a diner in 2016. Pretending I was Kerouac on an 18-hour road trip, Chug needed the loo each time that car dipped, and my God, we laughed. We always did. When we were shouting for Gary, our MVP, while cheering on Gail, who rocked the GOT scene, flipping through pages of photographs that Dax kept. Over 2 decades had passed since he had left, and was smoking cigars, laughing at his pronunciation of too big, because though I was no longer 5, I was never too big to remember. I always remember, even in this cold grey November, that Dad sent me an army of cousins to look after me. Didn't realize how it would let my soul be free, for in these pages, I'll be sitting with Mylene, listening to poetry at the Nuyorican and talking about our dreams. And though our ancestors have gone, you have taken an only child and given her wings, and I must thank you, because it takes multiple villages to raise this prodigal child, and I can only promise you that one day, I too will teach your children and my godchild to write their own stories, for all the time I am the sum total of you.
Keep giving it up for Mariela Salazar. has been to the Nuyorican Poets Café many times before. She has helped spread the word of the voices who attend the Nuyorican Poets Café in our community, and this is the first time she has gotten to rock here inside the building. So I made sure, she's like, no, I don't want to do it, I don't want to take up space. Nope, we're gonna make you perform one more time. Please give it up for Marielle Salazar. And shout out to her parents who are watching. You did a good job. Give it up for the parents, y'all. They're watching. They're hearing you be rude. Jesus. And she's not that drunk. She's not that drunk. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. If you don't see me tomorrow, Mariella's family is going to all jump me for that. Her family was watching. What are you doing? Okay. So, we are going to call up now the person who's making sure that the food is ready and set. She is representing the Bronx. She was here last month giving love to everyone. All right, she is a mainstay at the Monday night online open mic. Even though she, disappeared for a few months because she had to cut some people up. People were on, 5-0 was on her, but now she's good. She's in the clear. Please help me welcome to the microphone, Net Vega.
My letter to 3. Have you ever fell in love? Fell in love with something so deep that no other could ever compete? A love that no words could explain because it's a love so grandiose that it becomes your heartbeat. Bump, 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 bump. It becomes the music in your veins and the breath you need to take in order to survive all the heartaches. A love you must protect and put first no matter the cost because it's your love to never give up and your job. I am in love. This love of mine comes in 3s and it's the best part of me. See, growing up, things were limited, yet I was given great opportunities. I was taught to put myself first and always focused on the bigger things. I was told it was okay to dream. So I take all that I was taught and continue to learn and pass it forth to my 3 heartbeats. This is my letter to 3. I promise to always hold you up, even if I'm the one drowning. I promise to put you first and continue to make you smile even when the world may seem so small. I promise to be the shoulder for you to lean on and forget my morals when someone tries to mess with you, just like a lioness protecting her cubs. I promise to educate you, yet let you make your own choices because I know there will be times you will mess up. I promise to be your best friend and be real no matter what. I promise to get on your last nerve even when you think you've heard enough. I promise to give you opportunities and love you eternally. My 3, you are the better part of me. My lifelines, my 3 heartbeats. Your traits are incredible to me. So here, I express it acronymically. Marisma. She is my magical, artistic soul, my righteous rebel. She's inspiring, self-reliant, methodical, and ambitious. Leah. My loving, energetic soul who's adventurous and headstrong, just like her mama. Dominic, my dancer, so observant and magnificent, imaginative, noble, invincible, and charismatic. For you three, I am forever grateful. You have pushed me farther than anyone ever could, and for that I thank you. My three, you are the better part of me, my lifelines, my three heartbeats. This is my letter to three.
Who says the Bronx don't got a heart? Give it up for Ned Vega. So, I've got a little bit of time, and everyone knows that I always like to try to sneak in more poets than I'm supposed to. I cannot tell you how many times the cafe has yelled at me for going overtime, but I actually have a little bit of more time. So I told Edie's, because she's a beast, that I want Edie's Morales to end it. But because I have a bit of extra time, I'm gonna bring up a poet who was supposed to rock with us at 2 venues, 1 mic. Unfortunately, something came up and she couldn't. She's an important member of this community. She recently rocked with me at Princeton University, and she has always given love to poets all of the time. You just gotta follow her online and you'll see it. Please help me welcome to the stage, representing Oakland and the Bronx, Amanda Ashley Villanueva. Help me welcome her to the stage, y'all.
I had no idea I was going to perform, and I have terrible stage fright, which I'm working through. I'm a baby poet. I started writing and performing during the pandemic, so Zoom was my safe space. This is a whole nother demon, but we got this. I've performed this online, so some of you may have heard it. I'm really excited to read it. All right, I'm gonna do a Mario.
We can see you.
From a fatherless daughter, an ode to the body of my lover. Your body scolds me with solemn silence. Your body tells me not to dare make an autumn home of him, but to enjoy this summer vacation. Your body tells me. Your body tells me your body be the sweetest thing I've ever known. Your body tells me I am not safe enough, good enough to be here. Your body tells me don't get too close, but get too close. Your body tells me it is better when we come together. Your body reminds me of this life-sized heat I can't ever seem to beat on my own. I press tight against your body like a pole, like a phone call. I'm deathly afraid to hang up, much too sick to run the risk of being unreturned. Your body likes its gold chains in my mouth. Your body weary of my tantrums and my incessant neediness. Your body tells me we must take it slow, but wants me fast tomorrow. Your body does not call out for lovers who love it more. Your body affords to be restored by a story not of this contour. Still it turns this chapter into a chapel. Your body an invitation of I miss you just enough. Your body rough around edges, yet still pledges allegiance to the grievance of what we would be if Pops loved me properly, if Pops loved me honestly. My venom wouldn't be Boston cream, pastries of lies, a surprise upside down cake, spoiling your birthday, making it your worst day. Your body a commodity for everybody, but I still take the biggest piece. I still drink your fountain of release. I still treat you like a dream. An ode to your body is a prayer to all hands that made you. An ode to your body reminds me of this life-sized heat, which we both mistreat. We both compete for the title of who cares less, as I beg you to undress me, you to confess me leaving was the last thing you needed. This seeded fruit still finds me cute, but not enough to get caught up. This fuss of an unwon fight still breeds fright on my forehead. Foreplay deranged, estranged from this coconut tree. Your body tells me history repeats, and to love a silent body is to self-inflict disease. Thank you.
Amanda Ashley Villanueva. So we got one last poet to end the night, and this last poet, a beast. A beast. And that's why I asked Edie's to close it out. All right. With little_wiki. You know what? I'm not even gonna try to. When you come up here, you let people know how to follow you online. Without further ado, we're gonna close this out real strong. And then make sure you stay afterwards, because all the poets who performed, I'm gonna ask you to come on stage, and I'm gonna ask our assistant producer, Mr. Ron Mark Thompson, to come on stage and lead us through the Good Night, Sweet Poet poem. Without further ado, our final poet of the evening, please give it up for Edith Morales!
Hi everyone. My name is Edith Agustina Morales, known as I Am. And you can find me in Lil Wicked 01_1014. And this is called The Reckoning. On the Sabbath day, you took me to the woods. You charged me with treason, simply for not bowing. Curse the ground I stand on. You say you are God. You take from me earth. The ground underneath me shakes. The dirt rises up as if struck by grenades. The outlines on my palm slits open. You retract air. I curse you. My lungs wilt. You say now, give up your waters. The ocean and rivers ruptured out my eyes, brittle my bones. That leaves but one precious elemental, power. My mouth, a scorching fire. You clean your hands with holy water. Proclaim the witch is dead. The sky darkened, the silence lingered on the nape of your neck. Infantile, impotent. You never had the power to take or give what's mine. I am earth. Womb, my vertebrae is an extension, roots of my ancestors that lay beneath me. I am air, a manifestation. I speak, I become, I am. I am primordial waters. Child of the moon, summoned by my mother, I swallow ships and cities.
Okay, poet.
I am fire, the primal spark of life. I disintegrate your name into cinder. You will not be remembered. I destroy, I create, I reign. I am life, death, heaven, and underworld. I speak, I become. Thank you.
Edith Morales! I'm not sure if I asked you, but I have you on the list. I would like you to perform at the 2 venues, 1 mic when we do London in January. So I'm gonna speak with you, all right? So real quick, yeah, one more time. Let's give it up for Edith Morales first. So All right, so Paul, you were looking buff enough and drunk enough, so in case Mariella charges the stage to hit me, just stay, right, thank you, because I'm gonna give away some stuff, hold on, right, because I know she's gonna get mad. So we're doing London in January. I want to let you know that we're also speaking with Tokyo. They have shown interest. We are speaking with Brazil. I know I wasn't supposed to say that, but we're speaking with Brazil. We are speaking with Yale University, and we're about to start speaking with Princeton University and get dates for that. So, I really do hope that you stay connected. All of this is being built up off of the Monday night online open mic. This has been a beautiful community that has been super supportive, and now we are taking it online, we're bringing it offline, we're doing half and half. One more time, I want to give a shout out to everyone who rocked on Zoom, all of our audience in Zoom, all of our audience on Facebook and YouTube, thank you. If you would like to watch this later, make sure you go look up Nuyorican Poets Café on Facebook and YouTube. That is where the video is. Before you leave tonight, make sure you speak with or meet at least one stranger. All right, we really want to bring community together. Also, you can give me a follow. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Look up Advocate of Wordz. When you spell words, that's with a Z. And for one final time to help close out the night, I'd like to invite back to the stage all of the poets who performed. The poets who performed, please come to the mic. Mariella, that includes you, Christian, Yup, Edie's, Holly Googe up here. I'd also like to invite to the stage our assistant producer, Ron Mark Thompson. Tanisha's here. And we have a tradition, for those of you who may not know, we have a tradition with the Monday night online open mic. I had written a poem called The Good Night Sweet Poet poem. And after doing it for about And after doing it for about 6 months and hosting an online open mic for 2.5 hours, people got tired of hearing my voice, I felt. So each week I decided to give it to a new poet. Guys, be quiet, I'm trying to talk. Each week I gave it to a new poet to close out the night, because this is really community. So I'm gonna have all the poets up here do it, and we're gonna be led by Ron Mark Thompson, our assistant producer, who's written it. With that being said, Ron, close out the show.
So let's start. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for sharing what you've written. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Good night, sweet poets. May your dreams be as imaginative as tonight's poems. Good night, sweet poets. Thank you for inviting the spirit of Miguel Algorin into your home. This has been not a Monday night, not the 21, this has been the Saturday hybrid open mic, presented by the Nuyorican Poets Café, hosted by the amazing, our friend, and my best boss ever, thank you, Advocate of Wordz. On behalf of the community, we, the poets, would like to say, good night, sweet poets!